In a quiet village, there lived an old man and his pregnant wife. He was no gentle husband. He ruled his home like a taskmaster, issuing orders as though she were hired help. The moment she completed one chore, another awaited her. No rest. No reprieve. But with each passing day, her belly grew heavier, and still the work did not end. Therefore, she would rise before dawn, milk the cows, lock the calves in their pens, fetch water from the river, gather firewood, and sweep the compound. When needed, she would plaster the walls with aching hands. All before the sun had climbed the sky. Her husband would sit beneath the cool shade of a tree, like a prince on a throne. He would often call her to water the garden. This continued till the last straw broke the camel's back. One morning, with firewood in her arms and breath flickering like a spent flame, she fell. She was 7 months pregnant. She did not rise again. The man said nothing. The morning after the passing of his wife, the old man awoke with a strange swelling on his knee. At first, he thought little of it, a boil, perhaps. But as each day passed, the swelling grew. His legs stiffened. His steps slowed. Soon, he could hardly move. Therefore, after what felt like months of limping and waiting, he reached a breaking point. "This boil is never coming to a head," he murmured. "I will lance it, come what may." He took a knife and pierced the skin. To his astonishment, 2 beautiful daughters emerged, twins, fully formed and quietly blinking at the morning light. The old man, though shaken, felt a bloom of joy. He named the girls Nasaira and Nolto, his daughters of the knee. There were hardships in raising them. But he could not turn away from the work. Therefore, he carried one child on his chest and the other on his back when he fetched firewood, drew water, and plastered the house. While grazing cattle or sweeping the compound, the girls clung to him. Through many seasons and aching joints, he managed to raise them into beautiful young women. When he needed to leave, he would lock them inside the home because he feared for them. On his return, he would sing the song he composed, to which the girls would open the door. One day he was spied on, and as soon as the intruders got a chance, they sang the old father's song. The twins, assuming it was their father, opened the door and to their dismay were abducted by the strangers to a far-away land. Soon after, the father arrived and found the door ajar. He ran inside and searched earnestly for his daughters but found them not. Some say Nasaira and Nolto became rivers that never run dry, though no map marks where they flow. Some say the old man still walks barefoot across borders, following shadows. The story continues. In the glittering boom towns of China's Industrial Revolution, millions of female factory workers migrated from rural villages. Often barely out of their teens, they stitched, soldered, and assembled the devices the world would come to depend on: smartphones, toys, textiles. Many lived in windowless dorms, sharing cramped quarters, working 12-16 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week. Some became pregnant, sometimes through marriage, often not. But factory policies and cultural stigma made pregnancy nearly invisible and inconvenient. Therefore, many women gave birth in silence and sent their babies away to be raised by grandparents, or in more tragic instances, left them behind altogether. Some whispered lullabies on their lunch breaks. Their bodies grew weary from standing too long in places that offered no rest. Their hearts learned to carry silence and longing. They were the unseen labor force, bending beneath weight, unacknowledged and exhausted. Not all lessons arrive with words. Not all truths are taught in time. It is said that what you ignore returns, changed. Watching. As the proverb goes, if another suffers pain to you, a piece of wood suffers.